First one's Taboo. Inside, you'll see a game guide, some cards. This is where you start your cards in, a squeaker, a timer, a score pad, and a dice. So you split into 2 teams and you choose the color you want to describe. You need to describe this word without saying the taboo words underneath. The other team will watch as you describe, and if they hear you say a taboo word, they can squeak you, and that means that they get the point. Of course, you can only do this until the timer ends. Lastly, there's this game changer dice which has corresponding challenges for each image it lands on. Next is Coup. Inside you'll see some coins, cards, and game guides. Since this is a dystopian game, there are characters, and in each card, you'll see the characters' names and actions. And on the right is a gameplay where the action, effect, and counteraction are. And you need to collect 7 coins in order to kill one of your friend's characters. You can understand this game better if you watch a gameplay or a detailed instruction video, so you'll see one in my description box down below. Next is the intimacy deck. This isn't really a game but a tool for deeper connection and conversation with your partner. You can also play this with your friends and family. Its purpose is to radiate love and connection with the people close to your heart. There are 6 categories in total, such as past, relationship, about you, life, random, and intimacy. So basically you just have to choose a category and answer the questions. Next is the mind. Inside, you'll see a bunch of cards, such as level cards from 1 to 12, life and shuriken cards, and number cards from 1 to 100. The lives are equal to the number of players, and you get 1 star card per level. If you decide to use the star card, you can draw the lowest card freely. All players are playing together as one team. In level 1, each player receives 1 card. In level 2, they receive 2 cards, and so on. The team members must play their cards in ascending order in the center of the table in one face-up pile, one after another without talking. You can only stare into each other's eyes and have a telepathic communication. Next is the voting game. Inside are some question cards, voting cards, and player ID cards. So this is basically a game of who's who. Winning isn't really important. Banter and storytelling are encouraged. Give each player 1 player ID card. This identifies you for the remainder of the game. Place it in front of you. Give them also voting cards with every number except the one on their player ID card. You just have to ask questions and the players will vote. The one with the most votes will get the question card, and the first one to collect 6 question cards wins. There are also some house rules. These are some challenges corresponding to some actions and happenings during the game. Next is pick your poison. Inside are instructions, score pads, a game mat, poison cards, pick cards, and double down cards. Each player gets 6 poison cards, pick cards A and B, and a double down card. The player with the most recent birthday will be the judge, and the rest are the picking players. This is basically a game of Would You Rather. The judge chooses a poison card from their hand and places it face up on the A spot on the game mat. This is card A for the rest of the game. Then, the picking players choose a poison card from their hand and submit it face down to the judge. The judge then collects the poison cards and read them aloud. The judge selects one of these cards and places it on the B spot. The player who submitted the card B will get 1 point. The judge can elaborate in each scenario however they like. They should try to balance the unpleasantness of the 2 poisons to make the choice as difficult as possible for the picking players. The players can now pick their poison by playing their corresponding pick card face down. They can also use the double down card to double their points, but if they get 0 points, they lose the card for the rest of the game. Then the players reveal the poison card they chose by flipping their pick card. The scores depend on how many players pick each poison card, and the first player to reach 15 points wins the game. Refer to the instruction card for the scoring and the house rules. Next is Disturbed Friends. This game isn't for children. This is the worst game ever and it really should be banned. So inside you'll see a bunch of cards such as the very disturbing multiple choice question cards, the player cards, and the winning cards. This is also like a voting game except the questions here are the worst. The players vote on the least disturbed player and they will be the card reader. So basically you just have to match the card reader's answer in order to receive a winning card, and the first to collect 10 winning cards wins the first round. Keep playing until you hate yourself. Next is Fuck the Card Game. This one's a drinking game and inside you'll see a bunch of cards with texts. So if the text is black, you have to say the color of the background. But if the text is colored, you say the color of the text. Then if the text is a swear word, you have to say it. But you can never say fuck. Next is Taco Cat. Inside, you'll see these cards. All players should draw cards one after another and say taco, cat, goat, cheese, pizza in order. And if what you said matches the card drawn, all players must slap into the pile of cards, and the last one to do so loses. There are also 3 special cards. If the gorilla card comes up, all players must beat their chest. If the groundhog one shows up, players should knock on the table with both hands. And lastly, for the narwhal, slap your hands above your head to form a horn. Next are these 2 versions of these cards will get you drunk. So basically you just pick a card and do whatever the card says. Next is Exploding Kittens. This game is the most famous one. I love this packaging, especially this drawing of cats partying. So inside is just a bunch of cards with corresponding instructions. This is new, so we haven't played this yet, so I've linked down below a detailed instruction video of this game. Next is Sushico. This is the second most famous one. Inside you'll see some sushi cards. This one's also new, just like the Exploding Kittens, so we haven't played this yet. This game requires strategy though. But yeah, I've linked down below a detailed instruction video of this game.